Hey everybody, welcome to Christmas 2024. It's time to profit in a unique way this year. So, the fourth quarter is the best time of the year by far. Let's make sure that you're ready. That's what this is all about. Can you hear me and see me? Give me one in the old chat box if everybody's good to go. Good, good, good. Nice, nice. And then where are you located? Type your location just while people are trickling in, and then I will get right into this. I'm not going to waste any of your time today. What do we got? Vegas, right on. Love Vegas. I got to go see that sphere thing one day. That thing looks amazing. Alabama, Phoenix, Florida, Ontario. Oh, hello, Ontario. Who's the furthest? Singapore. Yeah, I think you win. Unless we have an Australian, but I doubt it because that's the other side. Actually, Singapore is the other side of the world. Florida, Alberta, Washington State, lovely Pennsylvania. Oh boy, we got tons of people in here. This is amazing. Awesome. I love it. You guys rock. Okay, so let me show you this. And I know some people are still trickling in, but somebody's already asking. Yes, there will be a replay, and I will post it because I'm gonna go through like some steps here and everything that you're really gonna like. So I think anyway, I'm gonna dive in. Thank you very much for coming on. I do have a lot of stuff to show you, and let's get you profiting from Christmas 2024. And if you look at your calendar right now, we're just about to have Halloween. This is the time. We've got basically 6 weeks until we hit the Christmas cutoff for shipping for most print-on-demand companies. So selling products online, you got to give them time for them to get it so they get it in time for Christmas. And we are talking about 100% Christmas gifts, and I'm going to show you exactly why in a little bit. You're going to love this. All right, so what are we going to cover? Three things. Number one is what to sell. So exactly what type of products to be selling for Christmas. And I don't care what niche you're in right now, or if you have a store, if you're selling on Etsy, Amazon, it doesn't matter. This is all Christmas gifts. Okay. And number two is the best way to sell. This is something that I've never really shown before, but you're going to love it. Number three is what to do next to get results faster than ever. So who's this for? Basically following people who want to profit from the fourth quarter, people want to move faster than Etsy, right? People are terrified of opening a Shopify store, people who sell on Amazon, people who want something new and awesome, people who love good timing, and positive action takers. This only takes place once a year. So who it's not for? Basically those negative people, finger pointers, quitters, bad attitudes, and all around unpleasant people because I'm way too old to deal with that. So if that's you, there's the exit. I don't think any of you are like that. You're here, so I'm sure this is for you, and I'm sure you're all good people. So if you stay until the end, I do have something for you. But before we begin, I usually do like to introduce myself. This time I'm not going to. If you're on my email list, that's how you got in here. So if you want to know me, know more, Google my name or PPC coach. That's fine. I'm a seven-figure print-on-demand seller, father of five daughters, husband, and been working full-time online for myself since 2007. Enough about me. Most of you know that by now. Instead, let's talk about you. Is this you? Okay, you know that Q4, the fourth quarter, is prime time for making tons of sales online. That you're the pumped up print on demand seller. This is it. Like this is go time. This is the Super Bowl. This is everything. This is the championship right now. You've seen others kick butt in the fourth quarter of every year. You've been on Facebook groups. You've seen some gigantic screenshots. You're like, how the heck they do that? Well, timing, planning, and execution. That's how they did it. You know it's possible, and you're ready to start profiting. So you start that research on YouTube, and you find a ton of videos of lots of people, tons of ways. Now your head's spinning. But I have some bad news for you. YouTube is going to hurt more than help when you're researching this stuff because who do you believe? Who's full of it? It's hard to figure out, which is why YouTube is not your solution. So now what? Well, maybe you join some Facebook groups or a free school. Now you've got more ways, more techniques, more methods, and more confusion than ever. Does that sound familiar? It's okay if it does. Maybe you know this stuff works, but you can't seem to crack the code to profits yet. Maybe you tried to sell on Etsy and all you heard was crickets. Maybe you opened a Shopify store and that hasn't worked out. Maybe you sell on Amazon and it's doing okay, but the upfront costs are getting out of hand. Uh, that's Amazon FBA, which works, but you got to pay for stuff in advance. Not really print on demand at all. But nothing seems to work for you. So now what do? Well, you start seeking out paid training. Usually a YouTuber has something to offer. I mean, I do. Some of them just can't teach. Or you have a very little experience and they got lucky like starting something during the beginning of the pandemic, which is almost 5 years ago now, which is amazing. Teaching and actually doing it, that's a rare combination. So you continue to struggle and continue not making any money online, or you end up in that vicious cycle of constantly buying, constantly failing, thinking of giving up, but you don't. The point is, you're not going to give up on your dream. Your dream's your goal, and your goal is what keeps you going. So goals are good. We all have them. And what's yours? So type that in the chat box now. Let's have a look. And I know I've seen some of you, a lot of familiar faces in here. 5,000, 1,000, 10,000, good. 3,000, just want to make sales. Just want to make a sale a day. Well, that's it. Actually, a sale a day is a really good goal. Like that's that dopamine hit from that one sale a day is enough to keep you going and keep you into it. So that's not a bad goal. I like that. I like that a lot. I think if a lot of people could get a sale a day, they would be very happy campers. Because if you're getting a sale a day, then going from 1 to 2 is easier than going from 0 to 1. And going from 2 to like 10 is easier than going from 0 to 1. So it's getting that first batch of consistent sales. It's always a hard part. Can't type 10 in a day. Okay, there you go. Sale a day, right on. Okay, so here's mine. So this is a different one. This is like an overall goal. So I need $3 million in cash and invest at 5% in a corporate bond ladder. Pays me $150,000 a year, $12,500 per month for the rest of my life without lifting a finger ever again. So I can focus on my kids and wife daily. If you don't know what a corporate bond ladder is, Google it after this and you'll be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. They basically pay out every 6 months. And if you stack 6 of them paying out on a different month, you'll have a payment every single month from your bonds. Cool part about bonds is whatever you put into it, you get back. So they fluctuate in value, but you get the maturity value, which is typically 100% of what you put in. It's or of the value. Sorry, it's a very cool thing. Look up corporate bond ladder. Make a note if you're investing. It's a super safe way to go. I had a client years and years and years ago, and when I was a financial advisor, and that's all he was doing with his money. And man, he was making some serious money, and he would always get his money back because it's a corporate bond. Anyway, that's another story for another day. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. The point is, without that goal, without that thing, I would struggle to keep going some days because some days stink. You get very little traffic, or you overspend on ads, or someone copies your bestsellers, or someone copies your whole freaking store, which just happened to me too because I made a store public, and of course somebody carbon copied it, and now it's like, because they're seeing everything because I did full transparency on that store. They're seeing my ad campaigns, they're seeing my designs, they're seeing behind the scenes. And even though I said like kind of don't do that, I knew people would, and they did. And now what can I do about it? Nothing. What complain? It's my own fault. But you keep going because you have a goal. So why tell you all this? Well, you need something to keep you going too. Bad days are going to happen. Goals give you something to focus on, so you can feel sorry for yourself and you can wallow in self pity. I've done that. Years of therapy helped me get out of that. Or you can change anything you want in your life, which is why you're here. Maybe you've tried and failed. That's why I put together the Christmas Mastermind 2024. Different, interesting. More on that later. Let's get into the training now. So let's dive in. I can't wait. Number one is what to sell. So I'm going to go right to some real examples here, and I'm going to show you how to find these too. So we've got basically 5 different product types. And you're like, 5? I can't sell 5. Oh, yes, you can. So number one is right here is ornaments. Uh, these are huge. These are massive. Think about it, like Christmas tree ornaments. So what I did here, I just went to Etsy and searched for ornaments, and then I did that thing where, you can do filters here, and then you can scroll down to star seller here, and then you can show results. But then up in the URL bar up here, where it says star seller is true, you can switch that out, the word star with best, and you'll get best sellers. Because Etsy doesn't have a little checkbox for best sellers anymore. So this is a way that you can get best sellers. And what you want to look at is basically, what are they doing? Like what's selling, what's not selling. You'll see just by glancing at this front page that a lot of it is like letters and names, so like personalized, which you can do. There's some Christmas ornaments. That's PNG files. I should actually go to the physical product too here. Let me switch that. I'll go physical items only. There, show results for that. That's better. Yeah, and I got bestseller true and instant download equals false. Okay, so we've got this one selling for like $6.99, but don't let the Etsy price confuse you. Etsy pricing is ridiculously low. This has 114 reviews, and the way that we do this when we're looking at products to sell is we say, okay, now you can use spy tools for this too. I'm just showing you how to do this manually without any spy tools. So if I'm looking at this one and it has 114 reviews, I take my calculator out and I go 114 divided by, let's say 0.15. The 0.15 is 15% of people who bought this would leave a review, because the other like 85% of buyers aren't going to leave a review. This is just a number that I came up with. By the way, this is what Spy Tools use as well. Etsy does not give out sales data to Spy Tools. They guess the number of sales based on the number of reviews. This is exactly how they do it. So you can look at this one and you can say, okay, 114 divided by 15% is 760 sales. And then you just multiply that by the price. So we can go, so that's about $5,312 on this one. Guesstimate. Okay, I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm going to assume it's pretty accurate based on what I've seen with my own sales on Etsy too. So that's not a bad one. And all this is a letter and then a name and then a year. And what you have to do on Etsy is you have to type it in over here. But what we can do is we can automate this. So with the way that we're going to do this stuff, it's going to be hands off for us, which is amazing. So that's an ornament that works very, very well. That's a bestseller. That's not even a biggest bestseller. I'm sure there's bigger ones in here somewhere. I saw one the other day and I can't remember where it was. It was this one. That's an ad though. Oh, when I'm clicking on the ads, that's really a bad idea because somebody just paid for that. My bad. Oh, 628. Here we go. So this one has 628 reviews. This is a better example because it has more sales. So again, if you're manually doing research on ornaments on Etsy, take 628 divided by 0.15. That's about 4,100 sales, give or take, and then multiply that by the price. And that's a $50,000 ornament right there. Now, there are cost of goods sold and there's Etsy fees, which are going to eat into that big time. So even if we assume like, okay, let's say 20% is what you put in your pocket, that's still a $10,000 profit ornament. So 50,000 revenue, 10,000 profit. And this type of ornament with the beautiful little thing up here and the stocking saying, first Christmas as a family of three, Tara, Travis, and Mason, 2023. That's even from last year. You can make this and you can sell this very easily using, well, the way we're going to do it. And then they have different family sizes, I guess, which is cool. And then they enter the personalization and then the quantity and then they add to cart. And you can see that ornament is really doing really well. And it's very simple. Like there's not much to it. Okay, so that's the ornament side. I'm not going to spend all day in here. You know how to find those now? Now let's go to mugs. Everybody loves mugs, selling mugs, but I'm going to go and filter this again to physical products only. So I'm going to go physical and I'm going to go show results. Let's see if that did it right. Best sellers true, instant download false. Okay, here we go. So now we've got our best sellers on the Christmas mug side, and there's one. I love this snowman one. I think it's so freaking cute. So is that reindeer one. Popular now. Okay, let's see how popular this mug is. So we go here and we look at it. And, oh, 296, nice, at 1387. So we just do our quick math. 296 divided by 0.15, 1,973 sales times 13.87. This is our gross revenue, 27,000 bucks times, let's say 20%, 5,400 profit on that mug. That's a guesstimate. It could be more, it could be less, depending on how they're doing it. If they're printing on themselves or if they're using a print on demand supplier. But point is that design with a simple snowman is it's so easy to do. I could do that. I could do that right now on Canva. 2 dots, a carrot, and more dots for the face. Like, man, I could do that. I could whip that up in Midjourney, like in a heartbeat. And then they just put their name on the bottom, like super simple. And so, like, I really do like that too. I actually want to get that for my daughters. I think they would love that. And then this one caught my eye. Now here's a Grinch one, of course, because it's Etsy. So Etsy sellers love to do trademark infringing stuff. I don't. I refuse to do it. But here we go. 126 reviews at $8.99. So let's go like this. And again, yeah, I see some questions coming in like, how are they making money at $8.99? I don't know. I've tried to decipher this, and I really don't know. And the only thing I can think of is they're doing a lost leader because 7,500 that they're making, but I'm sure they're spending like 7,500 or more to print, pack, and ship this. Like, I don't understand it. I wish I could contact this person and say, what are you doing? How are you selling that mug for $9 when it costs like $8 or $9 or $7, $8 or $9, whatever you're getting from the print on demand supplier? Like, where are you making your money? And they're probably doing free shipping too. I really don't get it unless the shipping is more. Let's see, shipping. Even the shipping is like $6.60. So they're taking a little bit of profit in the shipping, but not enough. Like, I don't get that one. When the price is that low, I'm confused, just as confused as you. I'm not going to sell my mugs for that cheap because I'm not on Etsy, so I don't need to. Here's another one, Christmas sweaters, or shirts, sorry. I love these. These are very cool. Christmas crew, you got the multiple packs, which are neat because you get people to buy more than one. That's actually a good idea. And then you got stuff like this, retro Christmas PNG. Oh, it's a PNG. It's not a, I'm getting PNGs in here because I forgot to filter. So let's filter by physical items. Show results. There we go. These are all physical items. And look at this, matching family Christmas shirt with Santa hat and the name. So that one, let's just open that. That's an ad, crap. I didn't mean to hit an ad. Ugh. Okay, I don't want to show that. First line here. Pickle t-shirt. Why is that coming up as Christmas shirt? That's interesting. Just a girl who loves Christmas. Oh, that's actually cool. Christmas snowman. Again, $674, $950. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're doing the thing where they put the onesie in there and it's priced super low. 'Tis the season. Bend over and I'll show you. Oh my God. Family Christmas, Merry Christmas, Grammy Claus. That's cute. Let's see. 16 reviews. But here's what they do size-wise, which again is something I really don't like that Etsy even allows. But they'll do that right at the bottom. A baby bodysuit. It's in here somewhere. Right there. Size 3 to 6 costs $6.49, but then you do the actual real size, like a 2XL, $28.49. I don't know why Etsy does that. I know as a buyer, if I go on a website and I see a super low price for something and then I go to buy it and I pick my size and the price like quadruples, I'm annoyed because I'm like, that's false advertising. Don't give me that crap. Like, that's Etsy should fix that. It's a little hack that all these people do, and they have to do it on Etsy because they have to compete with all the other people doing it. But that's annoying. So don't do that. Please don't do that. I don't like it. Anyway, we got Christmas shirts. There's a whole bunch of those that are coming in. Group shirts and even generic shirts without any sort of personalization. Like Christmas crew. That's a cool one. And again, if I pick my size, well, even these are super cheap. 3XL for 18 bucks. Wow. So that is 320 reviews. So you can figure out the sales there. Again, just take 320 divided by 0.15, 2,100 sales. At, I don't know what the main size is. Let's say it's a medium or a large. So that would be times 15.59. There's your gross revenue. And then times 0.2 for like 20%, 6,600 profit on that. And by the way, that one, if you're like, oh, I really like that design, that's very cool. Okay, check this out. This is kind of a sidebar, but they're still in Halloween mode here, but we aren't. Christmas crew. So you know it's a bestseller on Etsy. So now we go to T-shirt designs. Then we scroll down to print on demand. So we get the license. Look at that. You could just sell you could sell a boatload of these because they're all over the place. And you know it's a bestseller. And there's some very cool designs in here. And when you have a membership at Creative Fabrica for like, what is it, $4 a month, you can use these. So there you go. Boom. Super simple. If you don't take anything else from this whole presentation, take that. All right, let's close that off. Let's go to sweaters. And again, you got Mary Daddy, Mary Mommy, Mary Minnie, all these different sorts of sweaters. I'm not going to go through the, you know, looking at the pricing and the dollar amounts. I think you get the gist that there's a lot of money to be made for these Christmas ones. So let's say, like me, right? I have a pickleball store. That's the one that got copied. But um, on there, I could sell like pickleball, like Christmas themed pickleball shirts, which is fine. But really, what I want to sell is like Christmas themed shirts. But it doesn't really match with my store. I could still do it, but there's a better way, and that's why we're here today. Okay, and then finally, so what do we got? We got mugs, we got ornaments, mugs, shirts, like sweaters, and then jewelry. So the jewelry stuff, this stuff, it's not really on Etsy anymore because they banned it from Etsy. I don't know what happened. I'm sure my theory is this. So this stuff got very popular and it was selling like crazy on Etsy. And I think there was some unscrupulous sellers who would like list this stuff, take the money, and then run. And I think they did it at such a scale that Etsy noticed and they decided to just ban this product completely. So all the good sellers, the legit sellers, were left hanging. And now you can't sell this stuff on Etsy because they say it's not handmade. Meanwhile, we do print on demand mugs, ornaments, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, candles, sweaters, everything else that's print on demand, and they have no issue with it. So something happened there. It could have been too. That's my number one theory. My second theory is there was a store on Etsy that was selling this stuff before the print on demand companies got a hold of it, and they were doing like wildly crazy numbers, which I think is where the inspiration came for the print on demand companies to even start offering this stuff because they saw how well it was doing on Etsy. And knowing the owners of the companies I know, that's exactly what happened. And maybe, and I don't know how much pull they had with Etsy. Maybe they started complaining that like these were knockoffs and ripoffs of their product or something. They complained enough, and Etsy's like, "Well, you're a huge seller. We made millions from you, so yeah, we'll just ban them." I don't know. I don't know. That's just me wearing a tinfoil hat. My point is this: it's another product that we can sell, and these usually what we do is like to my queen, to my daughter, to my bonus daughter, to my soulmate, to my beautiful daughter, to my wife, to my husband, whatever it may be. But when you do these up with a Christmas theme, it works. I've done this before with the Christmas theme on the message cards, and it works really, really well. And if you're like, I'm not a designer, well, I can't do a Christmas theme message card. You don't have to, because there are prompts that you can use in Midjourney and Ideogram now, and all these other places. Even ChatGPT, you can create AI designs that are very cool. Like they're producing stuff that I couldn't even produce, and all you're producing really is a background or a backdrop, hint, hint, for these. And then you just go into Canva, you upload the backdrop, you put your text over it, you make sure it fits right, and it's got a nice Christmas look to it, and you got a Christmas gift. And it's like a nice message card Christmas gift. You can do it too. So, um, product wise, there are a ton of options, okay? Like a lot of options. So I really like ornaments. I really like mugs. I really like shirts, sweaters, hoodies, whatever else may be. Even the message cards are really good sellers, but I think it's pretty cool. So the question is, you've seen like 5 different products that you can sell, and you're thinking, all right, I'm already overloaded. How do I do this? Like, I need a system. I need like do this, this, and this, and then do this, this, and this, and then do this, this, and this. That's cool, no problem. So that's the question, right? And I'll provide a solution in a bit for you. But are you pumped yet? Do you see what's possible? Like, it's just crazy. The the amount of, oh, you're gonna love this next part. The amount of money that people spend on gifts for Christmas is amazing. So instead of targeting somebody, like say with an ad, you target them to buy the product for themselves. Now you're targeting people to buy gifts for other people, which is the gift angle, which is amazing. All right, let's move on to number 2, the best way to sell. This is where it gets really interesting, and this is something that, well, I'm just going to go into it. Screw it. Story time. Let's go back in time for a second. So I used to sell without a store. I use platforms. Now I use Shopify. I've used Etsy. I've done Amazon. I've done it all. I've even done eBay. Didn't really work very well on eBay, but I tried. And but I used to go direct, so I just use the platforms where you can like list the products on the platforms, and no store was needed. The cool part too was they would do the customer service, which is an advantage and a disadvantage. It's an advantage in that you're not doing the customer service. It's a disadvantage in that if there are complaints, you're not hearing them, which can hurt if I don't know, if anything could happen. Anyway, sold my first 7 figures that way, which is crazy. Times were great. It was easier back then too. I know people say, "Oh no, there's no such thing as it was easier back then." It was. I'm not gonna lie. I ran Facebook ads direct to the platforms I was using. However, Facebook didn't like that. Okay, Facebook saw too many ad accounts pointing to one domain, and when they see that, it looked like fraud to them. So they started shutting down ad accounts big time. I got caught in that crossfire too because I was doing it. So mine was included. After an epic fourth quarter run, I had shut down around the cutoff date for shipping. I decided, you know what, I made a lot of money. I did really well. I'm just going to take a break, enjoy Christmas. I'll come back in the new year and I'll restart my campaigns with a different products because they're not Christmas products anymore. But when I went back in, I got that screen of death from in my Facebook ad manager, which said not only did they ban my account, they restricted my entire profile from doing any advertising with them. So they went to like next level on me, and it was all because of that, because they saw too many people advertising one domain, and they didn't like it. And there's places now that are going to get hit with this too. So there's a solution, but if you haven't been through it, it sucks. So also, I was also using Shine On and their platform, and eventually they completely got rid of it. I think they knew what was happening too, and they decided to shut it down. And they force you to use like Shopify to sell their products, or Etsy. I think you can use there too, or yeah, I think Shopify and Etsy over there, which is fine, and actually not a bad thing at all because Shopify is super powerful, and you own everything. There's a lot of advantages to it. Anyway, I had a big problem, and I'm still kicking myself for being so stupid. So I wish I had done something different back then, but I was stubborn, and I kept my main focus on ads to impulse sales direct to platforms. And now I'm older and hopefully wiser and been through a couple knockdowns and gotten back up. So I know you can still sell directly, but you need something in between. So you need to do this route, like the ads, the email to sale. And you guys are like, oh, well, here you go with email again. I know all about it. I understand. I'm already going to do it. Don't worry. That's the best route, no matter which platform you're selling on. But there's a little twist here. So this has a lot of benefits that going ads direct to sales doesn't have. The benefits of it are like you're going to build up your best asset first, which is your email list. You're still going to get sales. You can use that asset to get sales over and over and over again. You can still get a sale right away. Okay, so once they get on your email list, then you like can literally redirect them right to the page to buy it. Like there's no waiting. You don't have to wait. So it's like you're still running ads, but instead of going right to that page, you're putting something in between where you get their email first, then you send them to the page. So your ads become easier and cheaper to run. You can scale it easier, you can move faster, and you can get more consistent sales because you have that two marketing channels running instead of one, which is wonderful. So anyway, did I lose you? Okay, hang on. Let's look at this step by step to clarify. I got 5 steps for you. So let's look at this first. And you're going to be like, huh? What? Wait, what? Yeah, I just saw that. Okay, so are you familiar with Spirit Halloween stores? Give me a one in the chat box if you've seen them, if they're in your area. They're US and Canada based. Okay, it's North America. But give me one if you've seen them. Haven't seen them? Okay, you're going to see it in a second. So they pop up stores, okay, that are 100% dedicated to Halloween products. Yeah, that's it. They're a seasonal store. And you know what they do? It's very cool. They will go into like old big box locations and they'll rent it for like 3 months. They'll lease it and they'll fill it up with their products and people will buy them like freaking crazy. So we have them in London here in Canada and they're in like oh man, I'll show you the numbers in a second, but here's what they look like. So this one is local to me, and they took over an old Costco building in my city because Costco just moved locations down the road to a bigger and better location where they had like better parking and I don't know. I guess they didn't like the lease they were on. That's what it looks like. That's a kind of grainy picture, but that's an old Costco, and they literally just put up a banner that says Spirit Halloween, and then they'll put some characters on the front doors. You walk in there, and it is Halloween costumes, Halloween decorations, Halloween accessories, everything to do with Halloween. So if you need a Halloween costume, you go to Spirit Halloween in Canada anyway, and the US has them too. They take over and they open up for 3 months and they close for the rest of the year. They're just dedicated to Halloween. And you're like, well, it's Christmas, this isn't Halloween. What the heck are you talking about? That model as a seasonal retailer is amazing. So Spirit Halloween was founded in 1983. They're a subsidiary of Spencer Gifts now. They have 1,600 locations only during the fall for like a 3 month period. They're in the US and Canada. They sell decorations, costumes, masks, makeup, anything Halloween. In 2023, 1.86 billion was their revenue for a pop-up store that just goes into somewhere and takes it over. They also sell online too, by the way, and I think their online sales were about 400 million of that. 400 million of that. So, in other words, we can do the same thing, but we can do it online and we can do it for Christmas. Pretty cool, right? This is the best way to cash in on Christmas with a seasonal pop-up store. So they did it for Halloween. We will do it for Christmas, but be online only, which I think is far better. Whoa. So I hope you're saying that right now. I hope the wheels are spinning. I hope you're like, whoa, hang on. He just showed me like 5 products that we can do. And then I can do it with a pop-up Christmas store. And then there's another twist too, where I'm going to use 2 marketing channels instead of 1. This is looking really good. All right, how? How though? Well, there's a couple steps that we'll be taking. So step number 1, create a pop-up Christmas store, and it not Shopify. You could do Shopify, but not Shopify. We're going to use something else. Step 2, research, design, create products for the pop-up store. Step number 3, run ads to your products with the twist of getting that email first, then sending them to the product page. So you're building up those 2 marketing channels. Step number 4, of course, build your email list while making sales. Step number 5, make a ton of money in Q4. That is the simplest version of what I'm talking about. And it's all based on that Spirit Halloween and their success with Halloween. I don't know why, but I know there's a city in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and it's Christmas dedicated, and they have like a Christmas store. And in the summer, it's dead. But right around October, November, December, that place is hopping. It's like it's a city Bavarian gift shop, something like that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But they are the only other like seasonal Christmas store, brick and mortar, that I know of. I think Spirit Halloween and Spencer Gifts would do very well if they shifted to the Christmas pop-up for brick and mortar too. They do it online, but they make enough during the Halloween period with those pop-up stores, brick and mortar and online, to survive the whole year and profit. Can you imagine that? Like, what if, no, big what if, you have a business online and you're like, I'm only going to sell for like 6 to 8 weeks before Christmas. And I'm going to make enough money to cover my entire year. And then I'm going to take the rest of the year off. And then I can tinker with Etsy, or I can tinker with Amazon, or I can tinker with Shopify. And that's wonderful because you'll make money there, well, except Etsy. But that's pretty cool, isn't it? And it's just a timing thing. And it's just having a plan in place to execute to make that money, providing something that people want. They want Christmas gifts. They want to buy freaking Christmas gifts. So put some in front of them. And if you don't have a store or an Etsy shop or an Amazon thing going on that has Christmas products in it, here you go. This is your solution. This is totally separate from the rest of it. Okay. That's what I'm doing this year. And it should be what you do too. So this is different than anything I've ever taught. This is the way to profit from Christmas 2024 big time. Keep Etsy going if you're selling there. Just kind of focus over here for the next 6 weeks. Leave it running, keep it going, but focus over here. Keep Shopify going if you're selling there, but focus on this for the next 6 weeks. Keep Amazon going if you're selling there. Just focus on this for the next 6 weeks. Give me from now until the Christmas shipping cutoff, and you won't regret it. This pop-up store with a twist is the way to sell Christmas print-on-demand products. You have 6 weeks to really kick things into high gear. Don't waste any time. Start now. Even if you don't do the next part, do it on your own. Just do it. Okay. The fourth quarter has pretty much started now. I know we're a little bit away from November 1st, but we're close enough. Billions and billions of dollars are going to be spent online by buyers. It happens every single year. You need to get your piece of that pie. Even if you get a tiny little sliver of that pie, it's going to be very good. So how? A pop-up Christmas store filled with Christmas print-on-demand products, both generic and personalized. And you're like, personalized? How the heck am I going to do that? I got to wait. Can you see the potential? There's a ton. So the pop-up store plus print-on-demand equals happiness and money. The time is right now. This is the answer to that nagging question of how do I profit from Christmas this time around? Don't miss this. It only happens once a year. So now you may have some questions about what you just saw. I'll finish this off and answer any you have at the end. I have no problem with that. But the goal is simple. Put a ton of money in your pocket. Sound good so far? I think it is. So let's move on to the third thing, which is vital, and then we'll close this off. I'll answer some questions at the end. What to do next? So you want to get your own pop-up store up and running profitably. Are you getting excited, but you have a few questions on where to begin? Well, buckle up. It's about to get even better now. So let's finish this off and then I'll get to my offer for you, okay? The reality check is it's not a simple thing we're talking about. There's a lot of moving parts and it can be complicated to figure out. You do need a couple things before you even start. You need a pop-up store. You need an email list. Well, you can build that while you go. You need products to sell on your store. You need the ability to create designs, upload them, market them, accountability, guidance, motivation, a group of like-minded people. And of course, that good old never give up attitude. So how do you do this? Well, you've got two basic options. Number one is go the easy way. Number two is go the hard way. Hard way is on your own. You're going to reverse engineer everything I just said. You'll get there. It's just going to take you a lot longer, okay, than taking the easy way. Hard way, do it on your own. Go to YouTube, search for how to make money in Q4 2024 with print on demand. So you'll get the following: different opinions, styles, methods, shifty people, tons of ways, and you go and try each one on your own. You'll get a lot of Etsy sellers right now that are pumping out Christmas videos because they're like, come buy my course on how to list Christmas products on your Etsy store. And it's like, nah, you might as well, like, if you build it, they don't come. That's the Etsy model right now. So now you've got something, not the solution, but it's something called information overload. So you have so many options that you don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing, you go right back to square one. That route stinks. And I don't suggest it for anyone anymore, especially now, because timing is of the essence. We only have 6 weeks. So if you're going to reverse engineer everything, please put 150% effort into it because like the time is now. It's not take a month to figure it out and then get it up and running. Then you just miss 4 weeks of the season. So instead of that, take the easy route, learn from someone who is an experienced expert. Let's go back to 2005 for a second. I'll show you what I did. Okay, I found a mentor and a coach, and I was working at TD Ameritrade. Took the night shift so I could search the internet. Found a mentor. He taught me all about my first business. So it was secured loan leads I was generating online. Well, we would sell them to bank and loan companies in the UK, and I'm in Canada. So without that dude, I would still be at my 9-to-5 job. So I thank him every day. If you want to learn how to lose weight, find someone to teach you how. Okay, I did. This Olympian lady that I knew gave me her diet, which worked very, very well. And it's very simple. I mean, weight loss is all about if you want to lose weight, eat less calories than you burn. That's it. So if you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. Like there's no two ways about it. If you want to learn how to fly a plane, you have to find someone to teach you how. Have to do courses, have to go up with a pilot, like a co-pilot, and then you have to solo, and then you'll get licensed and do it. You can't just go to the airport and say, I want to take that plane up and rent it. Can't do that. Want to learn how to make money with a pop-up store, an email list, and print-on-demand products for Christmas? Find someone to teach you how. This is no different. And a group of people who are going to go through it all with you. Which brings me finally to the my offer. See, spell check doesn't catch that. To my offer to you. Sorry about that. At the beginning, I mentioned my Christmas Mastermind 2024. That's what my offer is. It's a way to skip a lot of the roadblocks to get profitable. But there's one small problem. Time is ticking. You need to get on this ASAP. And this is not scarcity, fake scarcity. This is real. Like this is calendar stuff. So do you think you can get a pop-up store filled with print-on-demand products up and running profitably this year? Yes, the answer is yes. So far, we've covered like what to sell, right? 5 product types, the best way to sell them, pop-up store. And now what to do next. So my question is, do you want to take it to the next level? I hope so. So introducing the Christmas Mastermind 2024. So the info and the methods that I've shown today only scratch the surface, not even a dent, to be honest. This is all about getting you profitable this fourth quarter, teaching you how to start a pop-up store, teaching you how to fill it with products, teaching you how to market it, teaching you how to utilize email while still making sales up front too, getting you to cash in on the fourth quarter and beyond. And I forgot to put in automated personalized products too. Bottom line is I want to get you making money. So what is it though? It's a 6-week mastermind that will teach you every single step in detail via 6 recorded training sessions, 6 to-do lists, and 6 accountability check-ins, and a one-on-one call halfway through. So this is for people who are serious about this. If you're not, you can leave right now if you want. This is different from what I typically do. Okay, sound pretty sweet? I think so. So typically, I would offer like a 3-week boot camp or a course or something on this. Not this time. We have a prime opportunity here, and it's going to take about 6 weeks to really get everything up and running properly to add all those products. If we do a product a week and spend the first week like getting our store set up, that's a good thing. Okay, so this time it's a mastermind with training, to-do lists, support, and a one-on-one call halfway through where you're going to we're going to hop on Zoom and I'm going to say, show me. And you're going to share your screen and you're going to go through what you've done. And if that doesn't get you on track and motivated and held accountable, nothing will. So I want to make sure that you have everything you need to profit. It's 6 weeks long. Each week, you're given tasks to complete. So Monday, you get a recorded training. There's probably going to be more than one too. Then you get a to-do list, and it's a checklist. It's a Google Doc where you go check, 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 check when you've done all the tasks for that week. Each week you're held accountable. On Friday, we check in. Okay, inside the group, I say Friday check-in, what have you done? And you post what you've done. So now you're accountable to me and you're accountable to the group. Okay, usually I do live trainings. This one is recorded, okay, because I've got a lot to cover and I want to make it as polished and concise as possible. So instead of me getting stuck trying to log into like a MailerLite account and wasting like 15 minutes while you watch me fumble through that, you're going to see like, I did this, I did this, I did this. And it's going to be boom, boom, boom. And then the to-do list, you're going to check it off as you go. So halfway through, we do that one-on-one screen share to check your progress. So if you buy now, you get in there now, 3 weeks from now, we're checking in and we're going to make sure you're on the right track. So this is new and I can't wait for you to experience it. I really like this method. I love my boot camps. I love my courses. I love my coaching programs. I love my membership sites. They're amazing. This is just something new and different that I really like. I've never done it before. Okay. But I'm combining recorded trainings, to-do lists, and support with a one-on-one call halfway through. So you can get support anytime you want it, but that one-on-one call is like your halfway check-in to make sure. I put a lot of thought into this, and I just sat back and I said, if I were brand new and for this Christmas season, I was trying to learn this method, how would I want to learn it? And this is what I came up with. So I can't wait to see all the success stories that come from this. Don't go at it alone. You don't have to fly solo anymore. If you ever tried talking to someone about online stuff, they're like, haha, wait, what? That's what my wife does every time I start talking about my business. So what's the solution? The group of people who speak your language, know what you're going through. That's bonus number one. It's a dedicated Facebook group. The training and to-do list is posted every Monday. Check-ins are every Friday, right on Facebook, available 24/7. You can get training support, be held accountable, network with others. People are in your shoes, people who will help you out, led by me. There's the value of it. But if you have questions along the way too, post them in the group and we'll help you out. So yes, the group is as valuable as training itself. So you get training, to-do lists, and support. The to-do list thing is new too, because I know a lot of people are like, I watched the video and I'm a little bit stuck. I'm not sure what to do next. And you got to go through like my videos and like really go, okay, he just did this, pause, I'll go do this. Okay, he just did this, pause, I'll go do this. Well, now you've got that, but you've also got a to-do list to make sure every single step is covered by you. Does that sound pretty good? So that's about a value of $3,994, but that's not all. So I've got some very cool bonuses for you. It's not my first rodeo. As you know, I've run Christmas boot camps for years now, and last year's is included for you too. And that's bonus number 2, the Christmas Boot Camp 2023. It's 4 training sessions where we're talking research, using customly for personalized stockings, and then running Google ads to them, search ads and Performance Max. It's a very cool boot camp, and you will get a lot of ideas from that too. We don't really need to use customly, but if you have like a Shopify store, I think they even hook up to Etsy too. I can't remember, but customly for Shopify is a really good option because you can do all that personalized stuff very easily. Well, actually, the buyer does the personalized stuff, which is super cool. All right, so you get that. Now we're up to $4,991 in value. If you want a little bit more, fine. I did another one called the Christmas Pet Portrait Bootcamp. Now this is different. This taught exactly that. It's these portraits that you'd be selling on Etsy. So here's a site. It's called Weston Willow. You can go there. They make portraits where they'll like take a picture of your dog and then they'll put it onto like a canvas or a photo, whatever. And even the one like Crown and Paw is the one in the middle where they'll take a picture of the head of your dog, they'll cut it out, and they'll put it on like a old time general thing or an old time British soldier outfit or whatever it may be. I actually did that with two of my dogs with the stepbrother background from that movie Step Brothers, and it was actually hilarious. And then like custom pet line drawings, these sell really well. These are great Christmas gifts, and I did a whole boot camp on it last year. So there's 3 sessions, like your competition, creating your PSD files for delivery, and then like session 2 is all about order flow options. And then I actually showed a full listing demo on Etsy how you would do it. And then session 3 is about one listing per traffic source, Pinterest ads, and more. And of course, email is king. So that's a whole other one that I ran that is very cool. If you've ever looked at those websites, you're like, how are they doing that? Well, I'll teach you exactly how. So there you go. Now we're up to $5,988 in value. Not done. I've got, I think, 2 more bonuses for you. So I'm going to be using AI, and you're going to be using AI for your designs and mockups. You can also use Creative Fabrica, or Photoshop or Canva, whatever you want to do. So I already did a full boot camp on that, and I'll throw that in the AI design and mockup boot camp. There's 4 training sessions taking you from 0 to master. So how to use AI to create amazing designs, how to use AI to generate amazing mockups, and you'll be an AI design and mockup expert by the end of that boot camp. And there is 4 sessions, and they're each an hour long. So that's about $997 value. Now we're up to $6,985. And how about one more? So I've thrown this in before because some people are like, I don't want to make my mockups. I'd rather just buy them. You don't have to. So if you need mockups and you don't want to make them, I've got those 2,000 plus that you can have. That's bonus number 5. I made them using AI. There's tons of product types. There is mugs, tumblers, shirts, t-shirts for sure. I think there's hoodies, there's candles, there's ornaments, there's everything in there. They're ready for your designs to be put on them. It took a long time to make them all, but I got really good at Midjourney when I did it. And I was selling them on Etsy in a shop in the past. And I had horrible timing for my mockup shop on Etsy because it was just before Etsy went a little bit bonkers with saying that you can't use AI mockups. And all the Facebook groups were like on fire saying, my store got banned because I used mockups. And I'm like, oh, really? What were you selling? Oh, my Disney princess shirt got banned. And it's because of the mockup. I'm like, nah, it's because of your Disney shirt. But it's Etsy. That's what they do. I'm not a big Etsy fan anymore, to be honest. 997 value there. So now you get the mastermind, the group, the 2 boot camps, 3 boot camps, sorry, and the mockups. So we're up to $7,982 in value. How's that sound? So it's a mastermind with training, to-do list support, and a whole bunch of bonuses. You get it all. It's a ton of value. I should charge that full price for this, but I'm not charging that much. So I had a choice to make. First option, sell it for cheap, get more people going. Second option, charge more, limit it to fewer people. I actually went with option 1. I consider it option 1. I want to help as many people as possible. So I think it's a good deal at $7,982. I priced that $997. Okay. But wait, since I want you to do this, I'm going to slash it to 50% off. So it's 50% off, $498.50 because it's a 6-week program. There is a one-on-one call. There is a lot of training. There's to-do lists. There's accountability. There's a check-in. This is kind of different from what I usually do, and I really like this format. So you can go there to join now, ppc-coach.com/Mary. It will take you to the checkout page. Fill that out, and then you'll have instructions on the thank you page, what to do next. It takes place in a Facebook group. Please read through the thank you page when you go there because you need the password off of it to go into the Facebook group. Okay, so let's finish this off now. 50% off, limited time. Link is going to be in the bottom, bottom right of the screen. So you're getting everything you need to profit from Christmas with your own pop-up store selling print-on-demand products. I've never seen anybody else teach this ever. If you want to do what Spirit Halloween does for Christmas, this is what you need to do that. So if you want to profit from Christmas, you have 2 basic options. Option 1, do it alone, right? Go there and search for how can I make a mint selling during Christmas this year online. And again, you're going to get conflicting info. You're going to get a lot of Etsy videos pop up saying just sell print on demand products on Etsy. Get confused, overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, and struggle. Or get this amazing deal: 6 weeks. Oops. Monday, weekly training. Monday, weekly to-do list. Friday, weekly check-in. Support in between. Call halfway through. I forgot to put that in there. Bonuses. Which option do you prefer? I think it's a complete no-brainer. Is that a lot of money? No, no, not for what you're getting. I already showed you examples of even individual mugs that are profiting more than the cost of this, like way, way more. You just got to execute it. Just take the action that we do, follow through, complete, participate in the group, do the training, do the checklist, do the check-ins, do the halfway call. You'll get there. So what are you really buying? Something new that I've never really taught this way before, and I love it. I wish I had been doing this for years. So I have a goal. I want to get you profitable this Christmas season, giving you a ton of value to get you making money as fast as possible. You can do it alone. I did. I mean, usually when I come up with a new method, I have to test it and I have to figure out and I have to make all the mistakes, and then I'll start teaching it to people when it works. But um, it takes a while, and really it's kind of frustrating to do it that way. So I wish someone would have showed me, honestly. Does something like that exist? Nope. This is first of its kind. I've never seen this before anywhere, and I don't know of anybody else even who's thought of this. Well, Spirit Halloween did, but I mean online. Let's increase the odds of you making money on this Q4 and beyond. So who am I to teach you? I'm an experienced expert with a lot of success so far. If you have any questions, use my old email, ppccoach@gmail.com. It still works. What's the difference between now and later? Now you might be struggling. Later you won't be anymore. This is a limited time offer. Won't be available forever. Timing is of the essence, so don't wait on this. You might miss the bus. Now some common questions that I get all the time, and then I'll hop into a couple that I saw coming in the chat, and then we'll close it up. So why a mastermind? Well, I want to switch things up. I've done a lot of boot camps. This is different. It'll be very polished and step by step. Plus, one of the biggest things I notice when people buy my boot camps is they come out of the gate like just guns blazing, like ready to conquer the world, and then they fade off because they're like, I don't know what happens. I think they don't have like a to-do list, and they don't have like a check-in, which I encourage people to check in the boot camps, but they don't really. So this is part of the package that you're getting. And then I'm like, I figure if I put that halfway call halfway through, that's really going to push people to. It's like you want to make sure you can show the guys that you did something. So I'm the guy, and I'm like, I'm going to coach you. And if I coach you and we get to the halfway call and we get on the call, and I'm like, hey, share your screen, let's see. And you're like, well, I didn't do anything. I'm like, okay, well, have a nice day. This was a good call, but when you have something, we'll reschedule. Like now you have that kind of, it's not pressure, but it's like, I got to be accountable. I got to do something instead of just fading off and not doing anything. So I think that's going to help quite a bit. And that's why I put it in this format. Plus, a mastermind is a little bit different because we're all in it together. And we're all trying to help each other and lift each other up. You don't have to show your store or your products inside the mastermind, but you can sure help each other. So how long is it? 6 weeks? If you look at the calendar, that puts us right close to the shipping cutoff dates, which is perfect timing. So what exactly are you getting? Every Monday, a new training video is posted in the group and a to-do list with it. Every Friday, a check-in. Okay, halfway through, a Zoom call, all the bonuses, full support via the group 24/7. Why a pop-up store? Because think of Spirit Halloween, but for Christmas. We all have different things going on right now. Some of us have Etsy stores, some of us have Shopify stores, some of us are selling on Amazon. Whatever you're doing, this will complement those things without shutting them down or having to choose, which is nice. And this is just a matter of, honestly, I'm going to tell you this, do this every single Christmas. This pop-up store, do it every Christmas. You could even do it for Halloween if you really wanted. But for Christmas, man, it's going to work so well. I can't wait. So what is going to be covered? Every single step in detail, setting it up, setting up your email list and sequences, research, design, and upload, how to market your products with paid ads. It's all going to be covered, okay, in the training videos and with a to-do list that you're going to have. And if you watch the training, you go through the to-do list, you get stuck, you post and you ask for help. Hey, on this step, what do I do? I'm stuck here. I'm getting this error when I try to do this. What do I do? And I help you out. Are there any other expenses? The software used is free to start. You can upgrade later if needed, but no credit card is entered. Okay, so that's fine. You if you don't have a domain and email address for this, you're going to need one. If you have like a Shopify store, you could use that domain and that email address for this, or you can just go buy one on GoDaddy for cheap. So $50 Canadian to get both a domain and an email for me, which is like what, 30 US, or like way less in US dollars. But if you already have a domain and an email address, say for a Shopify store, you could use that too. Okay. And I'm going to show you all that part in the to-do list and the training. Now, when can I start? Right now. You get instant access to the mastermind group. You get instant access to the bonuses. The first training and to-do list is going to be posted on Monday. Okay. So right in the group, and I think I should probably send an email out too when I post it, just so people go in there and look, but get in the habit of going in there every Monday and seeing that training and the to-do list, and then every Friday going in there and doing the check-in. So what if you have more questions? Fire me an email. Okay, did you join? Good. I'll see you in the group in a minute. If you're still on the fence, there's a couple of testimonials. My old favorites, Mandy, I've known Will for a few years. I have a couple of his courses. You always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what's working for him now, and he teaches in a simple and easy to understand way I was able to implement one of his courses. And within the first lesson, made my investment back. Oliver, don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such a great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself that you can do this and you will. Take care. And then Chris, I've been following Will for nearly 3 years now. To this day, I still think he's best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. I purchased a couple of his courses in the past and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy. You won't regret it. Love that. Okay, if you want more, go there. There's a bunch on there. What happens after you order? You get immediate access to the Christmas Mastermind group where this is taking place, immediate access to the bonuses so you can get started right now. And then Monday, you're going to get the first training and to-do list. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to help you succeed. You're buying something very unique, a mastermind with trainings, to-do lists, check-ins, a call, and a bunch of other bonuses for what, one low price. So if you skip it, I'll call you crazy, but we can part as friends. I'm a little bit crazy too. So do not wait on this. This is what you've been searching for to get you profitable and cashing in this fourth quarter and beyond with this unique approach to get you profitable selling Christmas gifts online. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time. Get in now if you haven't already, and I will now just go over here for some quick questions. Let's go through these. Okay. Hope there's a replay. Yes, there's a replay, 100%. We have a Christmas pop-up that comes here every year. I forget the name. They sell decorations, trees, lights, and ornaments. Oh, cool. You know what? That just sparked my memory here. Christmas trees that they sell them in like parking lots or fields. Those are pop-up stores. Really. I mean, we're just doing kind of that online. So do we get a pop-up store from Big Commerce? Nope, it's not Big Commerce. Said it's not Shopify. Can you say what it is? I don't really want to. That's kind of the secret sauce behind this. It's a pop-up store. I can tell you that. Holy moly, right on. What are you suggesting for the store if not Shopify? That is going to be a big part of the training. I'll walk you through every step-by-step how to do it. The pop-up store. I don't really want to mention the name because that kind of gives it away. But if you really want to know, send me an email and I'll tell you. I just don't want to say it publicly. Aside from the course fees, how much investment do you recommend for someone starting in Q4 if they enroll in your course? So there's a domain and email. If you don't have one, that's $50 Canadian, whatever that is, US 30. You're going to run ads. You can start at $5 a day, work your way up from there. It's really, the more you spend on ads, the more you're going to make. That's just the way it goes. The email marketing software and kind of system we're going to use is free, and you can get up to, I think it's 1,000 contacts in there before you have to pay $27 a month. I got to check that. Maybe it's 5,000. It's 1,000 or 5,000. But I mean, by that time you're making money anyway. Everyone needs a push. That's human nature. So true. Are you incorporating TikTok at all? Not in this one, only because I don't have enough time to cover it. But if you're well versed in TikTok, like organically or with paid ads, feel free to definitely push your pop-up store on TikTok as well. I've run paid ads on TikTok. I like it. Content wise, I don't really do anything free content wise. I've tried posting products on there, and it's weird because you always see like you got a whole bunch of views, but there's like no clicks. And what do you need? 10,000, I can't remember, 10,000 views or followers or something until you can post a link in your bio. I got to look at that. I can't remember what it is now. Okay, how much should we have in reserve for ads? Like I said, um, you can start with $5 a day. And will you teach getting email lists? Yes, that's a huge part of it. So we're gonna have a like two-pronged approach: ads and email, and they're gonna work together to get us sales. So even the the really cool part, and it's kind of like an unannounced part, but when you think about it, when you're getting sales and emails and building that up, and then we're getting closer and closer to the deadline, the cutoff deadline, which is real, it's legit. And then you're like, maybe 3, 4 days, maybe even 5 days before that cutoff deadline, you've got this email list now, and you've got a pop up Christmas store. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to start saying, hey, cutoff is in 5 days. Go here now. Get these gifts. Cutoff's in 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, last day before the shipping cutoff. And then you throw some countdown timers in your emails, and man, sales just go like crazy. So it all kind of gels together, and it'll come together at the end with that big push for the sale. There's even, I mean, technically we could do a Black Friday sale right in there too, because the timing is just right. And for Black Friday sales, they work best with email, like by far, like hands down, because you can run ads for Black Friday. You will pay through the nose for those ads because you and every other online seller is running ads on Black Friday. So guess what happens to the price of those ads? They go up dramatically, like triple or quadruple. So instead, what I like to do is build up that email list, and then I'll use that for my Black Friday sale instead, because I really don't want to run ads on Black Friday. Because even now, the little time frame we're in right now, ads are super expensive because what's happening on the 5th of November, the election. So once that's done, things will calm down, hopefully. But ad costs will also drop because those two parties are spending a boatload of money on ads, like a lot of money, like hundreds of millions of dollars on ads. Facebook loves it. Google loves it. TikTok loves it. Wherever they can run ads, they're running them. You and me, as the little guy, we're like, can I have some of that? Oh, wait, you want to charge me like $5 for an ad instead of $2? Like, this is insane. So we're in a little temporary blip that happens every 4 years with ads, but come like November 6th, that's when ad prices will nosedive. And then they'll go right back up for Black Friday, and then they'll nosedive. Well, they won't really nosedive, but that's why we can't just rely on ads for this, because it's too expensive. This is the most expensive time of the year to run ads. Throw an election on top of that, and now you're like, uh-oh. So we need ways to counter that. Okay, software costs $29 a month for the pop-up, but we have Valentine's, which is huge. No. The pop-up store is free. Oh, sorry, pop-up store is free. I'm just talking about the software for your email list. There's a couple programs you can use, but I'm going to show you what is quickly becoming one of my favorites by far, and it has unlimited sends too, which is very important. So ready to stop hearing the bashing ads. Oh, me too. They were showing something yesterday on I think it was on the Daily Show, and they're saying they did a survey and like 73% of people are just sick of it. Like they just want it done. Like just I'm tired of hearing about both sides, and just get this thing done so I can move on with my life. Like I don't need to be blasted with ads every day. And the ads are so bad. Like both sides are bad. Like they just but I don't get it. Like they just attack each other. Like attack, attack, attack. And it's like, holy crap. Give me a break. Like I don't want to hear that. I know that they think that's what they have to do, but man, I don't know if I'm weird, but I can't wait for that election to be over. And honestly, whoever wins wins. Good for you, but just be over so we don't have to hear about it anymore. Like that's the point I'm at too. So I don't know about you guys. Yeah, right on. Amen. Yeah, yeah. The bashing's nuts. All right, so I'm gonna close with that. Like I said, this is unique. This is something I haven't taught this way before. Just the delivery method for me to teach you, I think is an improvement. And I'm constantly trying to figure out how can I get people profitable in the best way possible. And I think a lot of people were always asking for to-do lists, and I always said, well, just go through the replay and you'll get it. But now I'm taking that to heart. I'm saying, yeah, you know what? Even me, when I'm learning something new, if I have a video, that's cool. But if I have a video and a to-do list from that video, well, that's even better because now I can, even that physical act of going into that Google Doc and checking off, the little thing and seeing the line go through the task and it's now done and I'm on to the next one, that's a dopamine hit. Like, seriously, watching a video and doing it is not a dopamine hit, but the physical act of clicking on your mouse and doing that and seeing it on the screen, now you're like, ooh, I'm making progress. And now you're motivated. So I am going to be implementing that into a lot of my other stuff too, because I think it's, well, I guess this will tell, but everybody I've talked to too that I've ran this by so far in my kind of inner circle, which is my dog, my two dogs, and my cat, they agree with me too. So anyway, all right, my friends, I will talk to you very soon. I'll see you on the inside. Let's rock this Christmas. Let's do really well. Let's sell personalized. Let's sell generic. Let's sell coffee mugs. Let's sell shirts. Let's sell ornaments. Let's sell message cards. Let's sell all that good stuff. We'll see you in there. Everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll get this replay out to you too. Thanks, everyone.